Here we go. We are videoing right now. We're going to be on YouTube. We're going to be famous on YouTube. All right. So this question says, what is the percent composition of sulfur dioxide? First of all, Kiara, what in the world is the formula of sulfur dioxide? You've got to know that first. Okay, SO2. All right, so when you are asked to find the percent composition of a compound, you're simply asked to find, 1, the mass of each element in that compound, 2, the molar mass of that compound, so that 3, you can take the part masses, or the mass of each element, divided by the mass of the whole compound, multiply it by 100, and that will give you the percent composition of sulfur dioxide. But there's only 2 elements, so there's only 2 percentages. And this particular compound is almost 50-50. It's almost 50-50. Okay, what do I mean by that? Well, Andrew, what is the mass of 1 sulfur? 1 mole of sulfur. What's that mass? That's how many atoms are in 1 mole, but how many grams are in 1 mole for sulfur? And I have to look at my table. I can't just know that off the top of my head. Okay, and on your table, we rounded to 32.1. Excuse me, Tyler. What is the complete molar mass of 2 oxygens? 32 grams. 16.0 plus 16.0 is 32. And so, Hunter, what do I get when I take 32.1 and add to that the 32.0? I get 64.1 grams found in 1 mole. That's what that means. Now, over here, to get that percentage, I'm simply going to say for the sulfur, 32.1 grams divided by 64.1 grams, and I'm going to multiply it by 100%. And Hunter, what'd you get for that percentage? Okay, so you round that to 50.1 because our molar masses are always to 1 decimal place from your table. So we say 50.1% sulfur. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing for the other percentage. I'm going to take 32.0 grams of my oxygen, divide it by the 64.1 grams of the whole compound, multiply it by 100%, and Hunter, what'd you get for that one? Okay, so 49.9% oxygen. So part mass over whole mass is how I get the percentages of each element in my compound. And the reason I said this one's about a 50-50 is because one of them is 50.1% and the other one is 49.9%. It's almost 50-50, right? Okay, but that's only because they each contributed 32 grams, about 32 grams each to the whole mass of 64. So each of them are about half. That's why I can say that one's 50-50. It's percent by mass. That's why you have to have the periodic table to get those values. All right, so I need some help, Lauren. What is the name of PCl5? Phosphorus pentachloride is the name of PCl5. Okay, so I'm going to bring that one down here. I'm trying to give some space, and then I'll have to erase. All right, so Lauren, two Lauren side by side. Laura, what is the name of P4O10? Tetraphosphorus. And you said decaoxide. You can either say decaoxide or decoxide and drop off that A. Not picky about that at all. All right, so Jaquan, what is the name of N2S4? Dinitrogen tetrasulfide. Dinitrogen tetrasulfide. All right, Natalie, what's the name of CS? Oops, did I skip one? I did, sorry. Wait a minute, Natalie. What's the name of H2SE? Okay, dihydrogen, mono, and then we just say SELENIDE because it's selene we take off the IUM and replace that with an IDE, right, Thomas? Okay, Thomas, what is the name of CS? Carbon monosulfide. Good. Carbon monosulfide. Instead of sulfur, it's sulfide. Any questions on how you do naming? Okay, so Nate, can you tell me then what is the formula of boron trichloride, please? This guy right here. BCl3. Good. Lauren, what is the formula for tricarbon octahydride? Tricarbon octahydride. C3H8. All right, quick question, Tiffany. Is that compound organic? Tyler? How is it organic? How do you know? It's got carbon in it. It's got carbon in it. It's actually a saturated hydrocarbon. Its real name is propane gas. Have you ever used propane gas? Do you have a propane tank at home on a gas grill? Okay, in a fireplace. Propane gas is C3H8. Now, the systematic name is C3H, excuse me, the systematic name for C3H8 is tricarbon octahydride, but the common name is called propane gas. Okay, you want to see its Lewis-Dot structure? Yeah. Sure you do. Sure you do. I just need some space because he's kind of large. He has, thank you. That is what the organic compound of C3H8 propane gas looks like. It's a carbon chain that has as many hydrogens on him as is possible. Therefore, we call him saturated. Saturated. It's very combustible, yes. Very combustible. All right. So the next one is, Jonathan, what is the formula for dinitrogen monoxide? Dinitrogen monoxide. N2O. N2O. All right, so are we getting better on names and formula writing? Yeah. Have you seen bunches of them so that you should be all good, right, Nate? Yeah. Yes, question. 9 is nano. Nano. Becca. Nona. Excuse me. Nona. Nona. Does anybody call a grandma Nona in here? I've heard that before. Is that in Italian culture? Nona? Yeah. Question. Yes. So if it's not carbon, how do you tell that it's organic? Just carbon. If it's got carbon in it, that means it's organic. Like anywhere, anything, anywhere in the compound, if it's carbon, it's organic. Yes, and that's what I'm trying to make sure you know. You may do the next one. All right, so we are doing this. Now we're going to do our drawing. So, you want to come draw it for me, Zoe? Are you the one that says Zoe? I thought it was Zoe talking. Were you talking to him? I'm sorry. Kiara, you may come draw PI3. All right, but first, Zoe, name PI3 for me, please. Phosphorus what? Triiodide. Phosphorus triiodide. All right, Kiara, let's go. Draw it for me, please. Now we're following our steps. Ms. Manny has 4 steps. First step is count. Count the number of valence electrons you're allowed to build with. 2. Pick somebody to go in the middle, less electronegative element in the middle. Surround him with everybody else. and connect them with sticks or dashes. Connect them with sticks or dashes. Step 3, give everybody dots. Remember our little saying last class? Circle, circle, dot, dot. Everlasting cootie shot.
Yeah.
So give everybody dots, step 3, till everybody except hydrogen has 8. And then step 4, you count to see if you have the correct number, and there is something we have to do when we count and it's not the correct number. Circle, circle, dot, dot,
Everlasting.
Cootie shot.
Cootie shot.
Big steps. Catchy.
No. Ooh, that's ugly. Pretty sure I'm doing this right. Miss Maddie, just stop me at any given moment if I'm wrong. I really don't know how to spell it. How do you spell trigonal pyramid? Trigonal?
T-R-I-G.
Oh.
O-N-A-L. Trigonal pyramidal. Good. All right, so phosphorus is in the middle. We have 3 eyes surrounding it. There's 3 dashes that represent 3 covalent bonds. They're sharing their electrons. And then each eye's got 6 more electrons, right? And then there's an extra pair of electrons right here on the phosphorus, but it doesn't have anything bonded to it. That's why she just drew a stick over here. So phosphorus bonded to an eye, bonded to an eye, bonded to an eye, and then a lone pair of electrons sticking off of it has 4 concentrated areas of electrons around the phosphorus, but one of them right here is a lone pair. That makes it a trigonal pyramidal structure and shape. Okay, let's build it. Here we go, Hunter, just for you. This is what it looks like. It's got 3 things bonded to it. That's where the trigonal part comes from. And the fact when I put it down, it's not flat, so it's not planar. It makes like a little pyramid. Do you see it on the bottom? It makes like a little pyramid on the bottom. That's why we call it trigonal pyramidal. You with me?